But in large respect, Gus, you know, that run last year, however improbable it was, that's part of what has fueled their offseason. Obviously, you lose a championship game, you want to come back and you know, rewrite that history. But Gus, it's everyone telling them like, oh, that was so amazing, or what a lucky year, how improbable that was. It has created a huge chip on the shoulder of these TCU players, namely their quarterback. They've wanted all offseason to come out here and prove that they are an elite college football team.
Here's Chandler Morris to throw it on 1st and 10, in trouble, and he scrambles out of trouble, picks up a first down, sliding. Chandler Morris. And they do not give him the first down, but he picks up 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1. And now first down for TCU as Trey Sanders runs the ball.
Good run on that previous play by Chandler Morris. He looked up, there was man coverage being played, and so he had a big patch of grass there and took off. And then here on that last run play, Colorado, you got Savion Williams and Omarion Cooper getting into it right there. You got the shoving, and the helmet comes off.
Here's Morris to throw it. Morris to the sideline. And he finds J.P. Richardson. J.P. Richardson doing a fine job as he makes another catch. Had 5 catches against TCU last year, including a 22-yard touchdown.
We got a cramp back there for Colorado. I believe that's McClendon. Beautiful job of patience there by Chandler Morris, allowing that play to develop, and then J.P. Richardson finds that soft spot in the zone over there on the short side of the field. And a really good series, and not quite as fast. That tempo slowed just a touch. They're still going fast, obviously, but not the hyper speed that we saw earlier. I think that you look at Kendall Briles and you start to say he wanted to calm them down a little bit, get them into more simple looks. They certainly have done that so far, led by Chandler Morris here. A couple of nice decisions.
3:45 and counting remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 to the 25 for TCU. Morris delivers sideline. Incomplete. Jared Wiley, the tight end, his target, just couldn't hold on to that one.
And he had him too. He was wide open. Beautiful concept over there on the right side, and Wiley is wide open, but that ball high and behind Wiley could not make the adjustment there for the catch.
Second and 10 to the 25. Morris in the end zone. Incomplete. Flash Robinson, his target.
Great effort. Robinson lays out right there. Travis Hunter got a hand on that ball, and then it comes loose as he hit the ground. Beautiful ball by Chandler Morris, but just unable to get there. Robinson can't haul it in.
So that brings up 3rd down and 10 at the 25 for Chandler Morris in this TCU offense.
Gus, Wiley is their mismatch. He's top of your screen up there, and he's behind a stacked wide receiver.
Here's Morris. And Morris incomplete. Flag on the play. Doesn't look like one. Will be thrown. Savion Williams, the intended receiver.
Now, there was definitely some contact here. Hunter thought that he got pushed off as Savion Williams kind of gets away with a little contact, but the ball was over his head. Definitely a little push off there, but now they have to settle for a field goal. Nice stand right there, and the defensive backs, namely Hunter, targeted a couple of times there, is able to stand his ground and force TCU into a field goal opportunity.
Griffin Kell in to attempt a 43-yarder. Luke Groza Award watch list performer, and it's incomplete as he pushes it wide right. The score remains 14-7. How about this? Deion Sanders led Colorado Buffalo team. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half, and they're leading at 14-7.
Good snap, good hold, just pushed right. Misses it wide right, and now you've got 3:16 left on the clock. And Colorado looking to get another score here, putting their offense back on the field. I tell you what, just not gone the offense's way for TCU so far today. They scored 38, a little over 38 a year ago. One of the best offenses in college football. We're replacing all of those talented players. They felt like they had done that through the transfer portal, that Morris would play well, Kendall Briles would replace Garrett Riley, and it hasn't materialized yet here early in this first game.
First down at the 25 for Sanders. And the Buffaloes, Sanders off his back foot and incomplete. Closest man to the football, Travis Hunter.
When you look at the lowest percentage of production coming back on offenses, these two had to replenish their offense completely. Obviously, Colorado for obvious reasons. TCU, just nobody back. You think about all those guys, Kendry Miller, Quentin Johnston, Max Duggan, the offensive line. They're having to replace a lot of guys, and it just hasn't gelled yet.
Only 3 returning starters for TCU on offense. Here's the run, Dylan Edwards. And Edwards, did he cough up the football? Looks like he did, and TCU has it. Millard Bradford jumped on it. Officials now having a conversation.
He ran into the back of his own receiver.
And it's TCU football.
That's a huge break for TCU. Here's Edwards going around this left side. And as he's going down, Javon Antonio is going to be right there. Hard to see if anything hit the ground. Clearly comes loose when he hits the leg of his wide receiver. Boy, that's awfully close, but it's starting to come loose. That is a tough look. This will be a better look right here. Where does he start to lose control of the ball? He looks like he's still above the ground there as the ball just starts to come away from that left forearm. So he's still up, still up. That's a tough look because you don't see the actual control right there. I think it would be hard to overturn this. There's the ball starting to move right there, and they're going to try to obviously piece together looks to establish exactly when that moment occurred and where that knee was in relation to the ground, because I don't think the elbow was down, Gus, based on that look right there. It
didn't look like his elbow was down, nor was his knee down.
Now, this is going to be hard to overturn. Obviously, ruling on the field is a fumble.
Dean Blandino, your thoughts?
Really close. What we're looking for is the left elbow forearm. Does it touch the ground or does it hit Edwards' teammate? It looks like it hits the left leg of number 4, and that would not put Edwards down. Right here, the knees are up. It's that left elbow. The ball looks like it's just coming loose as he hits the leg. To me, they ruled it a fumble. I don't see definitive evidence to change this. It has to be clear.
Yeah, I agree with Dean. I think they'll let this stand, and it will be a great turnover for TCU and set up their offense in an amazing spot. The ball is right now right hash 22-yard line, Gus. And this is exactly what they need, is some sort of spark or jump start for this offense that just hasn't quite looked like we expected them to look so far. Edwards has gotten a lot of run here early in this game. He was really the first blue chip freshman, not transfer, but freshman, to commit to Coach Prime at Colorado, and sparked a couple of other very highly recruited players to come in, first-year players. But Edwards was really the first one, played for Deion all the way back in youth football, and this was a no-brainer in his mind.
After further review, the ruling on the field, the fumble stands. First down, TCU.
TCU football. So the Horned Frogs get the break they were looking for, down 14-7 with 2:58 to play in the second. Coach Prime with an encouraging conversation for Edwards. TCU taking over.
Well, I'll tell you what's worked so far is running off tackle. When they've gotten outside a little bit, Gus, that's what really has been the best formula for TCU, and they're going to try to bunch up right here. We'll see if they get back to the run game a little bit.
First down and 10 of the 22-yard line. Here's a reverse. Can they find a crease? And they do. This time, it's Major Everhart with an 8-yard gain. And a flag on the play.
There was a lot going on between Amarion Cooper and I believe that's Savion Williams, number 3. We've seen this now a few different times, Gus. Them locked up after the play. Nice little reverse there. Major Everhart shows off his speed, and then after the play, Amarion Cooper, transfer from Florida State. Savion Williams, they've been going at it.
There's Cooper. Tell you what, when you look down Deion Sanders' roster, you see players that come from some of the great programs.
On the play after the play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 3. Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 3. That's their first unsportsmanlike foul of the game. Those fouls offset. Second down.
Savion Williams and Amarion Cooper offsetting penalties.
Yeah, but more importantly here is, outside of all that extracurricular, it's second and short. This is the time right here to start taking a shot. You look at last year and this year, eerily similar. TCU first half slow start offensively against the Buffs.
And it's Morris. No gain on the play as Marvin Ham, the second, comes up with the tackle from the middle.
This is a huge down for TCU and the psyche of their team right now offensively. Try to convert, stay on the field, and capitalize on that fumble.
3rd down and 3. Morris drops it off. Looks like a first down. Everhart turns a corner and goes out of bounds close to the 5.
Great design there. Everhart stayed just behind the line of scrimmage. It allowed the outside receiver to go down and get a block on the player defending Everhart.
He gained a and they'll run it on first down with Sanders. Did he get in? Yes. Trey Sanders. So TCU capitalizes on the Colorado turnover.
Good second effort from Sanders right here. After the nice 3rd down completion, they go to Sanders, and you see the strength. Sanders is a big back, 6 foot, 222 pounds, and he shows you that strength that made him the #1 running back recruit in the country coming out. He goes to Alabama, has some injury issues. Now he's here at TCU, back home in the Fort Worth area, and that's a big touchdown for TCU. In particular in a half in which they've struggled offensively, and then they capitalize on that turnover that their defense afforded them.
Griffin Kell in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. 14 apiece. 1:53 to go in the first half. The TCU Horned Frogs capitalize on the turnover and level the game at 14.
Baby, it's over.
I mean, we both saw this coming.
I'm sorry.
Next weekend, Boulder will be rocking as Big News Saturday kicks off on Fox with Coach Prime's home debut catches Colorado Buffaloes as they take on Matt Rule's Nebraska Cornhuskers. It all begins next Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox. Colorado, Nebraska, old school rivalry there.
Oh man, I tell you, that is the game of my childhood. Growing up just outside the Boulder area between Denver and Boulder. That was college football to me, and boy, those were great matchups back in the day.
You played against Nebraska.
Oh yeah, back in the day, man. I'll tell you what, Trey Sanders, though, he doesn't care about that rivalry. He got in the end zone, and good for him. Talk about the long road, the injuries. He had a bad car accident while he was at Alabama, and everything, it just wasn't working, and he finds a new home here at TCU. And I tell you what, he's excited for his opportunity, and they're excited for what he can provide in the run game. And part of that, of what he can provide, is power. And he just showed it there inside the 5.
Since joining the Big 12 in 2012, TCU has been one of the most dominant teams in the state of Texas. They have the second most wins and the second most NFL draft picks, trailing only Texas A&M. Oh yeah, and they are the only team in Texas to have reached the college football playoff.
Love what Sonny Dykes is doing here at TCU. His plan, the way that he recruits not only high school players but also transfers. It's one of the advantages they have here is being in DFW. Obviously to recruit a great base of high school players, but Gus, when those high school players don't choose TCU, they can always choose them again in the transfer portal later in their career.
Here's a throw and catch, Jimmy Horn. And he gains 9 on the play. 1:40 to go.
This offense has certainly slowed down in the second half of the second quarter. We'll see if they can get in rhythm here inside of 2 minutes.
Colorado with 2 timeouts left. Sanders backpedaling. Sanders to the sideline. Jimmy Horn again. He'll get out of bounds, and the clock stops at 1:25.
I've just been so impressed with Sanders. He knows where to go with the football. He's been accurate throwing the football. He's put on a clinic, and he's got receivers that have been running really clean and quality routes on the outside, namely Jimmy Horn. That last route was beautiful. Downfield choice route, reads it right, gets a completion.
20 of 24, 151 for Sanders in the first half. And a 1-yard gain goes to Savion Wilkerson as Hodge brings him to the turf.
I'll have to go a little quickly here. That one was going to waste some time trying to get a quick hitter up the middle here as we get down close to a minute. 2 timeouts, still plenty of time.
2nd down and 9 at the 42. Under a minute to go.
We just got a false start here. I don't know exactly what the holdup is.
False start. Offense number 50. That penalty is subject to a 10-second runoff. Colorado has elected not to use a timeout to avoid it. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 46 seconds.
Well, now they have to go very quick.
On my ready.
I don't mind saving those timeouts because those are invaluable in this situation. The bigger challenge now with only 46 seconds left is trying to get some chunk yardage, some chunk plays. Look for the middle of the field, some in-breaking routes close to the 50-yard line.
From the 37, Shedeur Sanders hit as he throws. There's a chunk yards you were talking about. Jimmy Horn back-to-back catches. That will move the chains. A gain of 20.
Beautiful throw from Sanders there. Good time by the offensive line.
Sanders again setting up. Now rolls out. Sanders delivers. And on the sideline, is it a catch? Travis Hunter, incomplete.
Got his hands on it initially, but then as he's going down to the ground, I think he bobbles it right there. Yep, it comes loose. And as he catches it a second time, he's clearly out of bounds. Beautiful adjustment. You can see the athletic ability right there. Sanders, nice throw on the run. Trying to find Hunter, who I got to tell you, I have been so impressed. But now he's clearly
gassed.
I mean, over 60 snaps already just in the first half.
2nd down and 10 at the 43. And a timeout called by the Buffaloes.
Timeout. Colorado. There's
One timeout remaining for Colorado.
We live our lives on our home's fabrics, and though we come and go, our odors stay. It's called odor transfer. Left untreated, those odors get trapped inside fabrics and then release smells into your air. Ew. You need new Febreze Fabric Refresher. Its new formula is proven to deliver longer-lasting odor-fighting power so you can enjoy longer-lasting freshness, even hours after spraying. The more everyone sprays, the fresher your whole home stays. New Febreze Fabric Refresher.
21 seconds remaining in the second quarter, 14 up. Colorado and TCU here in Fort Worth, Texas. Shedeur Sanders in his first start as the quarterback of the Buffaloes, having an excellent first half. He's thrown for 171 yards, 21 of 26 with a touchdown. Facing a 2nd and 10 at the 43. Sanders over the middle, incomplete. Jimmy Horn is target once again. And that brings up 3rd and long.
Horn wins over the middle. This ball really the only inaccurate ball he's thrown, just out in front, and Horn can't quite get there. Now, they put out cones on the far side. See those cones? Those are the field goal ranges for their kickers. So Coach Prime knows exactly where they need to go. Shedeur Sanders knows exactly where they need to go. They need about 8 yards before they would try a field goal here.
3rd and 10 at the 43. Sanders to the sideline, and he'll pick up a first down. Travis Hunter ran a great route. Young man playing both offense and defense. 11-yard gain with 9 seconds to go, and they should be in range.
Now they're in range. This is probably Feely, who already had one blocked, because it's pretty long right now. It would be just under 50 yards, probably about 49-yard attempt as of right now. They'd like to pick up a little bit more for Coach Prime in this kicking game.
Jace Feely, the son of 14-year veteran Jay Feely.
You got to use the timeout.
2-yard gain by Hankerson, and they will use that timeout with 4 seconds left. Field goal unit ready to come on. The all-new Undisputed is here. Skip Bayless is back, joined by NFL legends Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin, and Keyshawn Johnson. Undisputed, weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern, only on FS1.
You start thinking about what happened earlier today, and Jace Feely right there attempted his first field goal of his career, and it was blocked. I thought that the operation, snap, hold, kick, it was muddled because I don't think Feely was ready for the snap. That's why he was a bit late. There was a beat, Gus. I believe that's why it was blocked. Let's see if they're clean on this. You see right here, he gets off. You can see he's on his back foot, and he doesn't get a clean look, and that's a little off. He should be kicking that now, and you can see he's a beat late, and that's what allowed Nnamdi Obiizor to get in there and block it. Let's see if that...
Well, he had a 49-yarder block. This one from 49 yards away as well. Made a 58-yard field goal in their scrimmage a few weeks ago.
TCU, the first of the half, 30 seconds.
TCU will call a timeout. They have 2 left.
Can't take 2 in a row, though. That's new rule this year in college football. So that's, if you're Coach Prime, that's exactly what you tell your kicker, Jace Feely, right now. You say, okay, there is no timeouts. This is go time. And remember that clean operation. And again, it's about timing. Feely needs to be kicking that ball just a breath after it hits the ground. He was late on the first attempt. That's why it was blocked. Obiizor, by the way, great rush on that last one, and he'll be on the right side of the defense, Gus, left side of the kicking unit.
So Cameron Warchuk is his snapper. Number 47, Mark Vassett, the punter. The holder. Let's see if this battery can get one down clean for Jace Feely into attempt a 49-yarder. 4 seconds left. First half. Clean snap, good hole, gets it away. And good! Jace Feely from 49 yards out. And Colorado heads into the locker room for halftime, up by 3.
What a kick for the young kicker, and what a half for this brand new team. We all said at the beginning of this game, we're going to find out together. Well, we found out that Colorado came to play.
One thing Deion Sanders told us that he would guarantee is effort.
And they gave it in a big way. There is no doubt.
And Jenny Taft is down with Coach Prime.
Guys, thank you. Hey, no problem for Feely there. Tell me what you're liking from your group. You're going into the locker room with the lead. What are you liking from Shedeur and your offense?
Oh, we're moving the ball at will. We're doing what we need to do. We need to be a little more effective in the run game. 2 turnovers in this game, and we're still up by 3. We get the ball coming out of halftime. I like our chances. Our guys are motivated. They're ready. They're energized, and they're ready to play the football.
Travis Hunter, as advertised, over 60 snaps. How do you keep him fresh in the second?
He is him. We missed him on 2 deep balls. He get those 2 deep balls. The Heisman is at his crib chilling right now. God bless.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you very much. Don't forget, after the break, join Rob Stone and the guys with the State Farm halftime show right here at Amon G. Carter Stadium.